Hashtag someone has come to fool you. Malima's speech about foreigners sparks heated debate in South Africa. South Africa is once again at the center of a heated national debate after a controversial speech by Julius Malema sent shockwaves across social media and political circles. Standing before a crowd of supporters, Malema delivered a message that quickly went viral. Someone has come to fool you. Those words were directed at what he described as a growing attempt to convince South Africans that foreigners are responsible for the country's biggest problems. The statement immediately divided the nation. For years, South Africa has struggled with high unemployment, crime, poverty, and slow economic growth. As these problems continue to affect millions of citizens, frustration has been rising. Many South Africans believe that foreign nationals are contributing to these challenges by competing for jobs, operating businesses.
If you propose a woman now and she declines to date you now and say I will consider the proposal later, it doesn't mean you are dating her.
Okay. You still have a relationship with Lisiba Kwangwa?
He's my best friend.
Sorry.
So did you know witness a repeated waves of anti-African violence in South Africa itself, where migrants from Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Somalia, Ethiopia, Nigeria, Malawi, Congo and elsewhere have been attacked, displaced, looted and killed. We must say clearly, this violence can never be justified. An unemployed South African and an unemployed Zimbabwean are both victims of the same global system of inequality and exploitation. A Nigerian street trader and a South African worker are not enemies. A Somali shopkeeper and a township resident are not enemies. The true enemy is the system that keeps African people poor while a tiny elite accumulates wealth. Kwame Nkrumah warned us when he said, the forces that unite us are intrinsic and greater than the superimposed influences that keeps us apart.
And economic mismanagement. His argument is simple. If foreigners left the country tomorrow, would unemployment suddenly disappear? Would corruption end? Would service delivery improve overnight? Or would South Africa still be facing the same challenges? For Malema's supporters, these are important questions. They argue that immigrants are being used as scapegoats while politicians avoid taking responsibility for the deeper issues affecting the nation. However, critics were quick to respond. Many accused Malema of ignoring the real concerns of ordinary South Africans. They argue that citizens are struggling to find jobs and opportunities while the country continues to experience significant migration from neighboring countries. To them, the issue is not about hatred or discrimination. It is about survival.
For ourselves, and we sincerely apologize for this madness. We are sorry. Please don't treat all South Africans the same. We are dealing with these criminal elements who want to project us as people who do not love our own brothers and sisters. Forgive us. We come from a traumatized past and we are struggling in finding ourselves. We are still in the process of soul searching and will ultimately one day know that we are.
But perhaps the most unsettling part of this entire debate is what it reveals about the state of South Africa itself. Across the country, millions of people wake up every morning carrying the same burden. The burden of uncertainty. A young graduate spends years studying only to sit at home without employment. A father works tirelessly but still struggles to provide for his family. A small business owner fights rising costs while customers become fewer and fewer. In times like these, frustration needs somewhere to go. And throughout history, societies facing hardship have often searched for someone to blame. Sometimes that blame falls on politicians. Sometimes it falls on businesses. And sometimes it falls on outsiders. This is why the immigration debate has become so emotionally charged. It is not simply a political issue. It is a human issue. Behind every statistic is a real person. A South African desperately looking for work. A foreign national who crossed borders seeking safety and opportunity. A family trying to survive. A nation trying to find answers. Yet as the arguments grow louder, one uncomfortable truth remains. South Africa's challenges did not appear overnight. Years of corruption scandals, failing infrastructure, rolling blackouts, economic uncertainty, and political infighting have left deep scars on the country. These problems were not created in a day. And they will not be solved by simple slogans. That is why Malima's speech has become more than just another political headline. It has become a mirror. A mirror forcing South Africans to confront difficult questions about identity, accountability, and the future. Who should be held responsible when opportunities are scarce? Who deserves access to jobs and resources? And perhaps most importantly, who benefits when ordinary people are divided against one another? As the debate continues, political parties are watching closely. Every speech, every social media post, every public reaction. Because immigration has become one of the most powerful political issues in modern South Africa. It has the ability to influence elections, shape public opinion, and determine the direction of national policy. Meanwhile, ordinary citizens remain caught in the middle.
A declaration of war against me as an individual is a war against my ancestors. That's why I keep quiet and they do the work. You know, when I'm about to work together about half or so, or got a bit up enough, you know, level like
a political strategy? Or a challenge for South Africans to think more critically about the problems facing their country? The answer depends on who you ask. But one thing is certain. South Africa is entering a new chapter in this debate. And the decisions made today could shape the nation for generations to come. The question now is no longer whether the debate will continue. The question is whether South Africans can find common ground before the divisions become too deep to repair. Only time will tell. And one fact cannot be ignored. The conversation is far from over. In fact, it may only be beginning. Because beneath the debate about foreigners lies a deeper struggle. A struggle over the future of South Africa itself. A struggle between hope and frustration. Unity and division. Opportunity and fear. And as the nation stands at this crossroads, the words spoken during that speech continue to echo. Someone has come to fool you. Were those words a warning?
We've seen in many videos where people manhandle other people in the presence of the police, take them from one building to the other in the name of looking for drugs in the presence of the police. And in terms of the law of South Africa, once you handle me like that, if you are not a law enforcement officer, that is manhandling. It can even amount to common assault or even assault itself. And police are duty-bound to intervene and make sure that no civilian act like he is a law enforcement officer if that person is not. We've seen the repeat, at least in the context of South Africa, a repeat of a similar thing, where black-on-black violence was sponsored by the state. It happened in the same areas where these xenophobic attacks are happening. They use the same tribal group to perpetuate hate on each other. The only difference here is that we've not yet seen the trucks carrying weapons to go and give those people to continue killing each other. When a state was confronted with the reality of a democratization of South Africa, when they didn't know how to handle this black resistance, they said blacks must go and attack other black people. And we must not even be tempted to sugarcoat it. It is exactly the repeat. What did the SABC do at that time?
But what if the entire debate is missing an even bigger picture? What if the real story is not about foreigners at all? Think about it. Every election cycle, politicians make promises. Promises of jobs. Promises of growth. Promises of safer communities. Promises of a better future. Yet for many South Africans, that future always seems just out of reach. Year after year, citizens hear speeches filled with hope. Year after year, many continue facing the same struggles. The same unemployment. The same poverty. The same uncertainty. As a result, trust begins to fade. People become skeptical. They begin questioning everyone. The government. The opposition. The media. Even each other. And when trust disappears, society becomes vulnerable. But what if the entire debate is missing an even bigger picture? What if the real story is not about foreigners at all? Think about it. Every election cycle, politicians make promises. Promises of jobs. Promises of growth. Promises of safer communities. Promises of a better future. Yet for many South Africans, that future always seems just out of reach. Year after year, citizens hear speeches filled with hope. Year after year, many continue facing the same struggles. The same unemployment. The same poverty. The same uncertainty. As a result, trust begins to fade. People become skeptical. They begin questioning everyone. The government. The opposition. The media. Even each other. And when trust disappears, society becomes vulnerable. Vulnerable to division. Vulnerable to manipulation. Vulnerable to narratives that offer easy answers to complicated problems. That is why Malima's speech struck such a powerful chord. It challenged people to question what they are being told. Not necessarily to agree with him. Not necessarily to support him. But to think. To ask difficult questions. To examine the bigger picture. Because the reality is that South Africa's future will not be determined by one speech. It will not be determined by one politician. It will not be determined by one debate. It will be determined by what happens after the cameras are turned off. After the headlines disappear. After social media moves on to the next controversy. What actions will be taken? What solutions will be proposed? What sacrifices will be made? Those are the questions that truly matter. Meanwhile, across South Africa, life continues. Workers wake up before sunrise to catch taxis. Students attend classes hoping education will unlock opportunities. Business owners fight to keep their doors open. Families stretch every rand as far as it can go. For them, political debates are not just entertainment. They are personal. The outcome affects avoided. Questions about identity. Questions about responsibility. Questions about unity. And questions about what kind of country South Africa wants to become. Perhaps that is why this debate has captured so much attention. Because it is not merely a debate about foreigners. It is a debate about the future of South Africa itself. And until that future becomes clearer, the discussion will continue. The arguments will continue. The emotions will continue. And the search for answers will continue.
Find it in your good heart.
For now, the nation waits.
We are sorry. We are ashamed of ourselves. And we sincerely apologize for this madness. We are sorry. Please, don't treat all South Africans the same. We are dealing with these criminal elements who want to project us as people who do not love our own brothers and sisters.